Hello everyone, I'm Charles. Welcome to Graphic Design Quick Start. In today's episode, I'll be showing you how to turn a person into a zombie in Photoshop. If you've been following along, in our previous episode, we created these 4 HDR image. In this episode, we'll be turning it into a full-blown zombie. This is the look we'll be going to achieve. Let me show you how this is done. Go to the Layers panel. Let us disassemble our previous effects. In our previous episode, we had this lighten effect that we used to help the image in print. In this episode, we will need it. Press backspace, delete on a mark to get rid of it. Let us get rid of some other few layers. The eyes layer, the green layer, the lighten layer, and the gradient overlay. First, let us work on the eye. At this point, they're too human. Let us white them out. First, we need to select them. Previously, we had a mask. We can use it to select the eyes. Hold Alt and click on the darken layer mask. The regions that are white are the areas that are to be selected, and the areas that are black are the areas that are to be deselected. When we control click on the layer thumbnail, press Alt and click on the mask thumbnail. Control click, command click on the mark to load it as a selection. Since our eyes are black in the mask, that means they are not selected. We need to inverse the selection to make sure the eyes are selected. Go to select. Inverse. The next step is to narrow our selection just to the eyes by deselecting the unwanted areas. Go to the tools panel, pick the Polygonal Lasso tool, hold Shift and Alt to create an intersection with the existing selection. Anything within the intersection will remain. Click. You can now release the Shift and Alt or Shift and Option on a mark. Click closely around the eye. When you've circled all the eyes, double click to close the selection. We have some more unwanted areas. Let us get rid of them. Hold Alt and click. Release Alt and continue selecting the unwanted areas. Double click to finish the selection. Let us refine our selection using the lasso tool. Hold on Shift towards the selection. Hold on Alt to subtract from the selection. Let us copy the selection and paste it on a new layer. Go to Edit, Copy Merge, that is Control Shift C, Command Shift C on a mark. Go to Edit, Paste. Up here we have the effects layer. Drag the effects to the eyes layer. Press backspace, delete on a mark to get rid of the effects layer. The effects at the moment have no impact, but what I've done is added a gradient overlay to whiten the eyes. And in a glow, this has darkened the inner side of the eyes. We have an outer glow that creates a dark shadow around the outside of the eye. We have an inner shadow that projects upward. Let us add a vignette around the image. Click on the HDR layer. Go to the bottom of the layers panel. Click on the FX icon. Click on gradient overlay. Change the style to radio. Click on levers to bring white at the center and black to the outside. Crank the scale to 150%. Leave the angle at 90 degrees. Click OK. The next step is to add some greenness to the image. Go to the bottom of the layers panel. Click on the black white icon to access the adjustment layers. Click on gradient map. This will help us map whatever color we want to the luminous values of the image. Click on the gradient map. Let us import a green gradient that I made in advance. Click on import. Select the zombie gradient. Click on load. Click OK. Let's go back to the layers panel. Let us rename our layer to green. Drag the green layer above the eyes layer. Let us show through some highlights from our original layer to give us some punch. Double click on an empty space of the green layer. Drag the white bar on the underlying layer to around 175. hold Alt and drag the half left of the triangle to around 50. As you can see, some of the whites have shown through. Click OK. To finish off, I added a paper texture. Click on it to show it. Change its blending mode to overlay. Let me press F a couple of times to shift to full screen mode. And there we have it. That's it for today. Like, share, and consider subscribing to our channel so that you don't miss out on our next episode.